Bills. Time to set the old turducken aside and get ready for football as here we go on a Thanksgiving night. And the opening kickoff will not be returned as that will be a touchback. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. At the 24-yard line. On play action, Allen. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive. Pick six.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
Well, now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game, getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you've got that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty is going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
Now a give to Breida. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Charles, you talk about this defense, and they're in for a tough test, playing a team working on a 3-game win streak. But their head coach very confident in his guys' chances when he spoke to the media earlier this week.
I'd call him brimming with confidence, and he should be. Because if that's what he needs to do to fire up his guys, he should do so. And he's telling everybody, we've got a locker room full of guys ready to step up. And he's making sure that he believes it so that he hopes that his players will as well.
On first down, here's Breida. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. On play action, Allen. Eluding the pressure right. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by by Quan Alexander. And the Saints are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
And he'll go down, but not before getting us inside the 30. Give him 32 on the play.
You think defenses might be a little more prepared for plays like this because so many offensive coordinators, when they get the ball after a turnover, they do like to dial up a deep ball right away. And if I were a defensive coordinator in this league, that's exactly what I would say to my defense before they went out to play. In this case, though, they didn't get the message, and a big play resulted.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 18 yards that time to push him up, 1st and goal.
That's another Saints first down. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Here's Hill. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Juwan Johnson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints add on to their lead. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects it.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something is funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a 1st down. Here's Allen to throw it. Flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
This defense for the Saints, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Allen now looks to throw. Uncorks one for Davis. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 29.
So there is the big arm of Josh Allen on display. He can throw it as deep as anybody, and that was an absolute laser.
Well, one way or the other, you knew they'd have to push the ball downfield on 3rd and long. But I'm not sure the defense was expecting to push it that far downfield. Their math didn't add up, but it certainly did for the offense.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Being chased out left. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6.
Allen going to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of it.
So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Here's Allen.
And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time.
Picked off by Marcus Williams.
And the Saints force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
No doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there, and he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Winston to throw it this time. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, New Orleans.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, this is a guy who runs with such balance and control. I mean, he went through that early contact just like he was driving over a speed bump. And he's able to continue his way downfield and wind up in the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Allen. Out to the left, he's got his tight end Knox. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Play action. Now it's Allen. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Brian Poole.
And the Saints are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
First play of the drive, a 1st down run. Well, that sets you up for whichever way you want to go. Do you come right back and run the football again because you've got them on their heels? Or do you play chess match with them, break tendency, and go play action and go for the big shot?
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
It's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Winston to give. It's Kamara.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They go play action. Winston letting one go deep for the end zone. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
Boy, Brandon, that's what I'd call an ill-advised pass right there on 3rd down. I mean, you just need a yard or 2 to keep the drive going. Instead, he's trying to hit a home run. You've got to really like your chances if you're going to take a shot like that.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll dump this down to Matt Breida. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On the handoff, this is Breida. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Allen off the play fake. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. They'll roll him out right.
And once again, this is Sanders. 2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
Nine yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First down, Bill.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. To the air, Allen. He's got a man. It's his fullback. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Well, there was nothing open down the field, so give him credit for his patience and not forcing it. Showed a lot of confidence in his big man to just swing it out to the fullback, and they got some good yardage out of it.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
So they're going for it, and here's Allen.
And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown.
Dawson Knox, his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Bills are on the board here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
21, Bills 7. Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. A running room for Kamara on first down as he takes us forward. It's a gain of 7 there on first down. 2nd and 3 coming up.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Throwing, Winston. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
To throw, Winston. Escaping the pressure right. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. To throw again on 2nd down. Winston. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 34.
Winston now.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Bills will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
A final shot before half for Allen. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. So we've reached halftime here on the Thanksgiving night. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Both teams going through their final halftime adjustments. We're about ready to get back to football. And to bring you the second half from the Superdome, let's go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick.
Here comes Deontay Harris from his end zone. No return there for Harris, and the drive will begin at the 25.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half it didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Jameis to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense him saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
On play action, Allen out to his left. 1st down and more for Allen. And he takes it all the way up to the 47. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the 1st on the scramble.
First down.
Here's Breida. Finding room inside the 40. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
41 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
He's got the hook up with Diggs. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And this is picked up by the Saints. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
You certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
Gregory Rousseau able to bring him down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Down the right side. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Well, that was something to behold there. You might expect runs like that from a kick returner or wide receiver, but that's your quarterback hitting top speed.
Lutz with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. David Onyemata in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Another try after the first down sack. Allen. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. He This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Lutt's good on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Lutz with the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around? I don't know what was going on there, but the end result, this is going to be a safety. Well, I'm not totally privy to what went on with their offensive meetings, but, Charles, something tells me that one wasn't in the plan.
Yeah, when we had our production meeting, they didn't exactly share that with us, but I'm pretty sure that on the play sheet, the run backwards into your own end zone play was not written down.
Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10
at their own 24.
He'll start with a give to Kamara.
They find some open field here. And finally, he goes out of bounds right at the 35-yard line.
58 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and making sure nothing could get to the outside, but he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. Off the play fake, Winston. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jerome Johnson, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Saints get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. We are headed to the fourth here on Thanksgiving night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Lutz now to kick this one away.
From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie.
Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a second and long. Allen going to throw. Going deep for Diggs. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They run it again with Kamara. Ooh, with a juke. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Call it a gain of 5, and it'll be 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 25 yards that time. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen going deep for Diggs. And this one is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. This is Breida. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Marcus Davenport in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. Here's Matt Hawk now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they hope to polish things off. And what a run they are on as they try to turn a 6-game win streak into a 7-game win streak. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down.
And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
Play fake. Winston. And it's hauled in by Nick Vanell.
And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And they take a knee. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win in front of the amount of points that they did. What were they clicking on offense?
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you
back again up in this entertaining